Hello everyone, welcome to Screen Scream. I'm Viola. In today's episode, we're going to talk about 4 movies that are game-like. In newly released section, we're going to talk about 2 movies that are not from Hollywood, and in Top 007, we're going to talk about 2 Hollywood movies, which I think are very interesting. Let's listen to the introduction of the first new movie we're going to talk about today. Kamen Rider, Beyond Generations. Kamen Rider revives, Saber and their allies fight against the Kamen Rider from the future, while attempting to help a time-displaced scientist reconcile with his now elderly son.
何が目的だ。そして1971年の過去からも
The first new movie we're going to talk about today is Kamen Rider Beyond Generations. In the Mandarin version of the show, I introduced Kamen Rider wrong. It's not animation, though it's from Japan. It's actually Japanese tokusatsu. It's a special term for Japanese live-action film or television drama that uses a lot of special effects. And Kamen Rider is a very popular television drama. It has aired since 1971, which is quite something, over 50 years now. This year, they launched a total new chapter, Kamen Rider Revives, because it was released in Japan last year. It's basically a 50-year anniversary special edition. It even combined time traveling, and it's going to be released in Taiwan this week. The new character, Kamen Rider Revives this time, not only has another side, which is Devo, he has to sign a contract with his own Devo in order to transform to a hero. All the leading actors all express their expectation to the film. They think that the theme for the movie and the television version are both love between family members. But because they shot the movie version and television version at the same time, they really had a hard time to adapt to different stories at the scene. Also, the crew paid tribute to the character Kamen Rider 01 in this movie. So if you are a die-hard fan, you may take a notice of that. There's another new character this time. I'm not sure what kind it is, whether it's a robot, a drone, or something else. But the character says this is not science a lot, and the actor who portrays it thinks that this is one of the most important lyrics in this film. Therefore, he paid extra attention to this lyric and tried to improve his acting skills while he's saying this line. I personally know nothing about Kamen Rider, but if you are a fan, don't miss this chance to witness the 50-year anniversary special edition of Kamen Rider. And our next new movie is not as optimistic as this one about superhero, but it's also worth watching. Let's check it out. May You Stay Forever Young. In June 2019, YY is one of many young people who joined the anti-extradition law protests. She announces that she will commit suicide as a radical method to make the Hong Kong government respond to their demands. A group of fellow protesters must race against time to find her before it is too late. After an emotionally exhausting hunt, Lai is found at the top of a building preparing to jump off.
你識得揾錢未啊？
我啊，你遊行啊？
唔係啊，我去行仔屋企玩啫嘛。
Our second new movie today is a Hong Kong movie. It's very desperate and is also related to the Hong Kong extradition law. But there's something different between May You Stay Forever Young and Revolution of Our Times. First of all, let me talk about the accolades May You Stay Forever Young received. It was nominated for a Best New Director and Best Editing at the Golden Horse Awards in 2021. It's based on the story that a senior high school student who's 17 years old, YY, commented on Instagram saying that she's going to commit suicide after one of the riots. She was once arrested. Although many people and netizens volunteered to join the search, still nobody knows where she is. Many youngsters are now in a dilemma between fighting and rescuing. So if it's you, which do you think is more important? I did watch Revolution of Our Times, but I'm not so interested in watching May You Stay Forever Young. Not that it's a bad movie. It's really good. That's the reason why I'm recommending it. But because Revolution of Our Times is a documentary, so basically it's reporting truth. Even though there's definitely some standpoint, depends on what your point of view is. But May You Stay Forever Young is basically a drama. So there are some dramatic scenes that were put into the movie to make it more attractive. And I'm afraid that if I go watch it, I won't be able to distinguish which is true and which is not true. And that would be a problem. But if you are someone who's so familiar with the incident, or you're really eager to understand what happened, I recommend you to watch May You Stay Forever Young, because it's probably easier to watch compared to Revolution of Our Times. And maybe, just maybe, you will feel less uncomfortable because it's a drama. It doesn't present you what exactly happened on the street. So maybe for beginners who didn't know anything about the extradition law incident at all, you can start with this movie first. And then you can move on to the documentaries. Before we move on to Top 007, let's review what we had from last week first. Top 3, Incantation. Top 2 was Jujutsu Kaisen Zero the movie. And top 1, The Batman. Let me tell you, we have a lot of new movies on the charts this week. So look forward to it. Let's see what we have from top 7 to top 4 first. Top 5, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
What's happening?
Okay, quick version. Robotnik is back.
Uncharted.
They're not gone. They're just lost.
Top 4, RRR. The Funeral. Wow, there are 3 new movies in this part of the chart this week, and Uncharted is back on the chart. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the show, today I'm going to talk about 2 game-like movies. So I want to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I don't know about you, but Sonic the Hedgehog is basically my childhood. I watched the cartoon and I played the game. Although I'm not good at it, it's still a good game. So now I'd like to introduce some of the characters to you. First of all, of course, Sonic the Hedgehog. He can run with a supersonic speed. He's curious, he talks super fast, he's a blue hedgehog, and he's always so confident and always ready to take on an adventure. Similar to Detective Pikachu, it's a live-action animation, so there are human actors as well. The main human actor is Tom. He's a police officer. He and his wife take Sonic the Hedgehog in. Of course, Sonic brings a lot of love into this small family, but at the same time, he brings more troubles and chaos. And that's what the movie is all about. But actually, Sonic is not my favorite character. My favorite character is Tails, the little yellow fox next to Sonic. Part of the reason is that I play Sonic video games, and I'm not good at playing video games. So Sonic is a little bit too fast for me, and therefore a little bit too difficult. But Tails can fly, and it's slower, so it's much easier to control it. And it looks so cute. I did ask my friend who also played Sonic the Hedgehog before, and he said, yeah, when we played Sonic the Hedgehog we were little, of course he used Tails to play because it's easier. So if you are also a Sonic the Hedgehog fan, you may want to watch Sonic the Hedgehog 2 this weekend. And now let's move on to top 3 to top 1. Top 3, Morbius.
You need a doctor?
I am a doctor.
Top 2, Incantation.
你们相信祝福吗？
The Lost City.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world's sexiest cover model, Dash McMahon!
Top 1. The Batman.
Fear is a tool. But when that light hits the sky.
There are 2 new movies in this part of the chart this week, Morbius and The Lost City. Since Morbius is really bad, I want to talk about the movie that I actually want to watch, The Lost City. If you've seen the trailer, you will know that the leading actress is the award-winning Sandra Bullock. She's not only the leading actress, but also the producer. She always wanted to film an adventure, comedy, action film. So she decided to get her own production house, Fortis Films, to do it. The other producer, Lisa Chasing, thinks that Sandra Bullock is very hardworking at producing a film, just like how she acts. She gives her 150% effort to the film. Even her co-star Channing Tatum admires her passion towards performance and film production. Basically, The Lost City is a combination of adventure, action, and comedy. The director said that after the pandemic, well, we're still during it, not after, but after the globe experienced the pandemic, everyone really wants, also needs, a movie that's super huge and funny and interesting. Oh, it's not only one director. There are 2 directors. They're brothers. They love to put different movie elements, different tones, and different styles together. And that's exactly what Sandra Bullock wants. She said that the directors started from filming independent movies, so they're able to put all the different puzzles in the stories together perfectly, and their directing styles are very diverse, especially good at presenting beautiful visual images. But that's not the reason why I want to watch The Lost City. I want to watch The Lost City because Brad Pitt is in it. I don't care if he's only there for 1 second like he did in Deadpool, but I will watch it. So I will go watch The Lost City this coming Monday, and I will tell you how I think it is, whether it's super good or it's just okay. One of my classmates watched it and she said it's very relaxing at least. It's funny, definitely, and there are some adventure parts, action scenes. At least it's not boring. So I'm pretty sure either you like Brad Pitt or Channing Tatum or Sandra Bullock. This is the movie that you want to pick for this weekend. And that's all the time we have for today. Hope you like this show, and remember to tune in same time next week at Screen Scream. I'm Viola. See you next week.